It's time.
It's time.
And now, it's time for Herman and Sharron.
I love you. Thank you for joining us, and we appreciate it because we never, ever take you for granted.
And they want to be healthy.
That's exactly
Don't you
right.
want to be healthy out there? Sure you do.
And you know, that's a big part of my life.
That's what you hear on TV
You know,
a lot, is
I'm
people
not,
wanting to be healthy.
I'm not saying I'm going to live longer than anybody else. I just want quality of life.
And you've had it right up till now.
Absolutely. Right up till...
I think it'll continue. I really do.
Tell them
You're looking mighty good.
Tell them about our good-looking guests.
We have Dee Simmons and Deandra with us today, her daughter, beautiful daughter. And they, Dee has started, really, Ultimate Living.
14 years ago, I
yeah,
think. Yeah,
which
something
is
like
a
that.
wonderful company that has so many wonderful health products, skin products, and she's going to be talking about something new that she has come up with
Let's
now that
talk
I don't
to her.
even know about.
Here they are.
I've got to hear about it.
All the way from Dallas.
Yes, Big D.
Big D.
Hi there,
How are you?
guys.
Double LA.
Yes, good to have you.
Good to see
so nice to
you.
have you. Thank you for being here.
Is it hot in Dallas, too?
Yes, it's very hot in Dallas, but I'll tell you, you guys have a little bit more humidity.
Oh, you got that?
We've had it lately.
You can just ring us out.
Yeah, you can ring you out.
Now, this I have never seen on any of our tables before.
In fact, I thought today when I walked in here, you were going to say, okay, now, Dee, we do not have wine. Wine bottles. We don't allow that.
We're teetotalers.
Yeah, we're teetotalers, but actually, this product, this is the way they have to package it, and I'll explain that a little bit later.
Okay.
But let me go back and, you know, in nutrition, and of course, I've been in it for many years. I'm a cancer survivor of 22 years, and it seems like,
bless you.
Thank you, thank you.
And you're involved in cancer.
Yes,
preventative-
raising money
Yes.
for cancer prevention and cancer research. That's a really big part of my life.
And
because of
without-
my mother's story.
Without people like you, they wouldn't have the funds in order
Exactly.
to keep the research going.
Exactly.
Wow.
But one thing I've tried to stay away from, Sharron, and you know this, so many nutrition companies, I believe, have a tendency to go with what the fad is, or the latest. And I do not do that. I really go for things to build the immune system, to give you energy, to give you stamina, to make you look good, to make you feel good. And
You're a good billboard.
I'm a good I hope to be, but at almost 69, I think I am a pretty good billboard because I sleep about. Well, I sleep better now with our sleep formula, but I really do work 6 days a week, long hours. About 3 years ago, I began to learn a little bit about what they called ORAC. I didn't even know what ORAC meant, ORAC, and that's oxygen, radical, absorbance, capacity. And what that really means is how antioxidants are measured, like how strong they are, the potency of them, of different foods. So as I began to study about them, about 2 years ago, Deandra came in one day and she said, I know something you don't know. She said, I'm taking a new ORAC drink. And I said, how did you know about it? But see, we both read, and of course she spends so much time in laboratories doing research. So,
And if you go to the website, you can actually see her there.
Yes,
that's right. We have 8 laboratories, and she's in one of our laboratories there. So anyway, we talked among ourselves, and we talked to several of our chemists, and they said, this is not a fad, Dee. You know, do you remember years ago, Herman, when antioxidants first came out?
Yes.
Everybody was talking about super antioxidants.
Absolutely.
Okay. That was not just a buzz thing. Today, that's still very big. You know, it's really big in the industry. But ORAC is the way that we're taking it to a different level, to a different step. We're giving you a more potency is what we're doing. Well, I began to look at everything that was out there. At the time, there were only 2 or 3 products. And then in the last year, they became more and more prevalent. And Deandra was taking, I guess, probably the most, we're not going to say any names, famous
one, yeah.
And
Most popular brand.
And what you look at what is the ORAC value? How high can you get that value? So one day, you know me, Deandra, the one she was taking was 562 ORAC value. And so one day I was reading where the people lived to be the oldest took 6,000 of all the fruits that they had every day. It measured out to 6,000 ORAC value a day. This is in a foreign country. So I go into my first chemist and I said, because they all come in drinks, I want to make an ORAC drink and I want it to be 6,000 ORAC values.
So what did he say?
And he said, you haven't had enough sleep, dude. You're overworked in your dreams. He said, I know of one in the whole world that makes 1,000. I said, I don't care what they make. I want 6,000. Well, he said, you can't do it. Well, forget that. So I began to travel. I promise this is true.
It's just like saying SIGM to you.
Oh, don't tell me I can't do something. So I'd go from lab to lab to lab. And one day, Deandra called and she said, Mom, where are you? I said, I'm in Florida. She said, what are you doing in Florida? I said, I'm at another lab. And she said, what for? And I said, well, they just told me I can't do 6,000, so I'm going to catch the plane. I'm coming back home. And I just said, now, I know, Lord, that I can do this in 6,000. That's what I have. I don't know that. I'm not saying you told me to do that, but I believe this would make such a difference in people's lives. It would have such high potency. So this kept going on and on. And about 6 months ago, we finally went to visit a lab, and they said, I'll tell you what we'll do. You give us the ingredients that you want, and we're going to go over those ingredients in a minute. You give us what you want. You give us a free budget, a blank check, in other words, and we will make your 6,000 ORAC value. And I said, okay, but I've got to have it proved to me because, you know, maybe it only came out at 5,000. And they said, well, if you want to spend the several $1,000s, after we finish making it, there's one lab in the world that we can send this product off to, and it'll take about 2 weeks, but they can measure the ORAC value, and they will come back with a sheet, analysis sheet of what the value really is. Well, guess what? I beat the 6,000.
Oh my goodness.
So this
Are you serious?
I promise I'm serious. So this is Ultimate Living's ORAC drink, powerful antioxidant formula that we developed. Now the reason it's 24 ounces, so that's not a month supply. That's because you're going to take an ounce a day. That's why we're going to give you a special offer here in a minute. But we put it in a dark glass bottle because I want to hold the integrity of all these different berries, of all these fruits that we've got from around the world to build this product.
Goodness.
I'm telling you guys, now you know, Sharron, when I talk about Green Miracle, I get goosebumps. To this day, I can talk about it and I'm going to start crying because I am convinced that Green Miracle changed my life by saving my life. I love all of our products we make, all 80 of them. But this happens to be my next little baby because I think it took me 3 years to birth this product. So you guys today, for the very first time, this has never been shown anywhere in this world, only in our office. We just got it right before we got on the airplane. We're introducing it here on the Herman and Sharron Show.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
And we love you guys. We want you to have it, the very first one.
You're such a blessing to this ministry.
It will give you energy. It'll give you stamina. We're going to talk about how it works on inflammation. You've heard me say so many times, every disease comes from inflammation being in your body. Okay, I'm going to let you say a word.
Mom, we didn't tell them this, that if you say you eat your 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day, guess how much ORAC value? If they're organic, okay, first of all, if they're organic, if they come from the right soil, if they come from the right place, guess how much ORAC value they would have?
I have no idea.
2,500.
2,500.
So this is 6,000. Okay, and you really need the 6,000 because today we're fighting pollution, environment, we're fighting all kinds of diseases, age-related conditions. So that's why, I mean, say you eat wonderfully, you're still not going to get the ORAC value that you need. That's why this product is so needed. And it just makes you feel so good. It gives you energy and stamina. It gives you mental clarity. It helps with your digestion. It fights, the main thing this does is fight free radical damage. And free radical damage in the body is the reason we have the things like Mother said, inflammation. Because in free radicals, when what happens when the free radicals produced by when an unpaired electron tries to steal another electron, an antioxidant can fix that. Antioxidants don't need to have a pair. So if we have antioxidants, then when those things happen in our body, we're repairing without continuing this process of free radical damage. Free radical damage causes illness, it causes aging, causes all kinds of degenerative diseases. So that's why this is so important, because it's oxidative damage in the body that we're preventing with this product. And also, we're not only preventing it, we are fixing the problem if we take this product.
So inflammation, problems that are causing, this is so new, I'm having to read some of this. It would be asthma, rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, autoimmune disease, allergies, cardiovascular disease, strokes, heart attacks, dermatitis, diabetes, cancer. It just goes on and on and on about what it really works on. Because if you do not have inflammation. You're not going to have disease in your body. Also, is great, Sharron, for women that have, a lot of women have urinary tract infections, and this will just nip it in the bud.
This is men and women.
Men and women, yes. And I'm looking here, I'm not going to show this on TV, there's about 10 companies that make this now. And the closest to us, I'm reading it, is 1,842 ORAC value. I just said ours has 6,000. The one that Deandra used to take, I told wrong, it's 692, and hers was $10 more than what we sell ours for. So, you know, I always try to not only bring the very best product to make it, but also at an affordable price, because it's not about money with me. It's really about saving lives.
Okay, so how do you take this? And you said
okay,
1
you
ounce
take
a
it.
day?
Okay, first of all, you're going to, once you open it, you're going to put it in the refrigerator. You're going to shake it up really good, and then you're going to take 1 ounce a day. There's 24 ounces in here.
When do you take it? Morning, afternoon,
I like to
anytime?
see anytime you want to. Now, personally, I like to take it in the afternoon, Sharron, because of the fact I'm doing my Green Miracle in the morning, and I'm doing my minerals and all the things that we're going to talk about in our pack. So about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I have that little letdown.
Oh, yeah.
I love to go in and take 1 ounce of it. I'm going to tell you what it tastes like. It does taste like wine, a little bit like wine, but it's because we have the grapes in it, and we'll go over the ingredients in it. So with the 24 ounces, they're going to need more than 1 bottle, and that's why we've got a special of 3 bottles, and it's going to save them $15, but actually it saves them $25 because you're going to save them the $9.95 on shipping and handling too.
Right.
So therefore, we're really giving them a good deal on this product. Wow. But I would like for Deandra to go over some of the ingredients in it, and you'll see why we selected.
That's what I'm interested in, because
Yes.
I want to know what you have inside there.
Okay, we're going to talk about the fruits that have the high ORAC values. Now, of course, you've probably heard of acai. That's been in the news the last few years. It's a berry from Brazil, and that has a very high ORAC value, and that's the top ingredient in this product. And what they're called is, in Brazil, they're called the fruit of life, the acai berry. They help with digestion. They improve skin's appearance. They're great for detoxification. They're a natural source of fiber, high antioxidant.
Well,
and they
top
also
10.
reduce cholesterol levels and help the cardiovascular system. So people in Brazil eat those acai berries. They make a pulp and they make a drink out of it. They also eat the berries. There's companies that sell just that particular product, and before we had this, I was taking that. But we've added that. That's our first ingredient, and then we put a lot of other things in there. Another thing I had been taking was called a goji berry or a wolfberry, and you have to buy them. I used to go buy them in the little Chinese stores, and you'd have to reconstitute them in water because they'd be real hard and like dried up like raisins. Reconstitute them in water, and then I would put them in with my Green Miracle. I'd make a puree and put them in with my Green Miracle because they're so good for your eyes. They're good for your digestion. They're
So
good
you
for
were
your
doing
skin.
this before this?
Oh, yeah.
Some of the ingredients separately, I was doing that,
Now,
But I mean, think about how, okay, so I'd buy them, they're like raisins. I'd have to put them in water, soak them overnight. Then I'd have to puree them in the blender. Okay, this is the whole process I went through. Now I just take my ounce of ORAC drink, and it all works like that.
Goodness.
That also, the goji berry is really good for inflammation. And so, you know, people, heart disease, now they've proven really heart disease is an inflammation problem. And we've come out on the show and talked about homocysteine levels being high, and that's inflammation, a marker for inflammation. So the wolfberries are great for protecting the eyes, anti-inflammatory. Then we have pomegranate juice. You know, pomegranates are really super high in antioxidants because they have a high array of tannins, just like in green tea and red wine. The tannins are so good for you. They also help to lower the cholesterol level. Then we have coffee berry. That's a new
Never
thing.
heard of that.
Now, coffee berry is actually what, you know, coffee comes from.
Right.
And coffee has been shown in the last few years, the coffee berries, now you want the decaffeinated, okay? It helps you with Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, all these things. And it's not completely decaffeinated. It's decaffeinated to where it's good for you. So, because the caffeine, certain levels of caffeine, like in green tea and things like that, are very good for you. And that's also helps with type 2 diabetes, all these things, cirrhosis of the liver, gout. My father used to have gout. He takes his product every day, and he has no problems with gout now. He doesn't even take his medication anymore. So it also, coffee berries are great for the free radical damage. Cherries. One of the things that cherries are great for will help you sleep at night. If you just take a cherry extract, you will sleep so much better. I take it every night before I go to bed.
Do you really?
So yes, I've been doing that for a long time. Yeah, we have sleep formula now, but I've been taking cherries for a long time. Yeah, so cherries also have prevent cancer, heart disease, stroke, and aging, and then of course the sleep, which in relaxation.
This is God's creation.
Yes.
And you're using it in the right formula.
Exactly. And then we put things like, we put grapes in there, cranberries, bilberries for the eye, cranberries for urinary tract.
Resveratrol.
I'm sorry? Resveratrol.
That's where you get the taste.
Yeah, resveratrol gives you the taste because it has the skins of the grape have a really strong taste, so it tastes a little bit like grape skins in there, and it's a little bit pulpy, which is great because you're getting all the benefits of that. That also helps treat cholesterol, reduces inflammation, and another thing for Alzheimer's, viral infections. People that have viral infections should take more of this because it really helps to combat that. Bilberries, we talked about that's for eye. We've always known that vision, remember the pilots in World War II used to eat the bilberries for their eye health at night, for night vision. Blueberries, raspberries, full of ellagic acid. Ellagic acid is good for to prevent gene mutation, which causes cancer and other diseases in the body. Prunes, we all know what prunes are good for. Yeah, so dietary fiber, natural laxative. I do too. I love prunes. Then apples, green tea, strawberry. Those are some others that we're familiar with. But the green tea is really great for antioxidant level and to prevent free radical damage. The apples, we know that they are great to reduce colon cancer and for the bowels to move properly. And strawberries keep LDL cholesterol from oxidizing in the body. So that's why we put strawberries in.
I want to just get my little word in, and I'll let you go because we're going to pack.
I'm finished.
I'm going to talk about how smart I was on this. I'm serious. Mother
Also
was
wanna add
finally smart.
this.
That's what I'm talking about. That's my idea. Thank you. Don't steal my idea.
Okay, go for it.
Well, we finished with it because as we looked at all these ingredients, Dina said, Mom, but they have to have a good taste, and they're all got sugar. What have we talked about earlier, and so many times we've been with you, hidden sugars. So we came up with the idea of using a pharmaceutical grade of stevia, and through that, it also lowered the sugar levels, the glucose levels.
I use stevia all the time.
See?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
but
what our
no one else
sweetener
had
is.
done that. That's what our sweetener
only
is.
good one, really.
We use stevia. Everybody else had used fructose. They'd use all the
Otherwise, it
different
would be
things.
bitter tasting if we didn't put the stevia in.
Is that not good?
Oh, you are good. Because you wanted it, if you like it, you knew other people would like it.
That's right.
So that's what you've done in most of your products.
Always.
If you use it and it works, you're going to pass it on.
Now, these are just some of the things we could go on. Of course, we have aloe in there because, we love aloe for the digestive system. Now, can we put up again what they get off today?
Yes.
Let's take the 3 bottles up.
Okay, let's show Dave exactly what this entire offer will represent. Here we go. That's 3 bottles right there. You just mentioned that.
3 bottles,
bottles.
and it's a savings of $15 for 3 bottles.
And this would be 3 months?
Well, it's 24 ounces, so in other words, it's not quite 3 months,
quite 3
almost 3
months.
months. But they're going to save $25 actually because they're saving $15 plus they're going to shave another $10 in the shipping and handling. So it's a $25 savings.
Can you imagine what this could do for preventing other things that you would stand in line at a drugstore?
Well, Deandra paid $50 a bottle for hers. Let me just say this. With the 692 ORAC value, and they're getting 6,000 here.
Wow.
So that's the special. Now, we also have, of course, the ORAC Health Pack. And can they put that up on the screen for us? And then Deandra will go over what's... Okay, here's the ORAC Health. Now, in the Health Pack, we have, of course, My Green Miracle. That's, like I said, my very favorite product I've ever made. I love that Green Miracle, and that's going to give you all, of course, more fruits, more vegetables. And like Deandra said, it's got even higher ORAC value because of all the fruits and vegetables in it. But it's got all the enzymes in it. It's got the vitamins. It's got the minerals. It's got the amino acids. It's got the enzymes. It's got the wonderful mushrooms. It's got 80 different ingredients in it. Then, of course, we have the minerals in there. Everyone's mineral deficient. We have the delicious aloe papaya drink that's going to really help work on digestive disorders, or people that have ulcers, or people that just have problems that... Reflux problems. Yeah. It's going to help with that. So this, and you get 1 bottle. The way to really get the deal of all deals, is to get the ORAC Health Pack because you're going to get 1 bottle in there. So you're getting 1 bottle plus all these other things for $133. And then go ahead and buy your other 3 bottles, save the $25. Now what you've really got a whammy, because now you have 4 bottles of it. That's the way to buy it. And at the same time, I'm going to also send you my little book. It's a miracle. It's Green Miracle. It saved my life. It's about my story of when I had cancer, and everybody, we usually sell that for $13. You know, one thing we haven't even mentioned today, we have a brand new catalog too that you haven't even seen.
And if I know this is, can I look at this?
With all of our
so they go on the
products.
website.
Yeah.
Ultimate Living, www.ultimateliving.com.
Wow.
They can see all of our up-to-date products, and we have different articles and
This
things
has
like
all
that.
the newest stuff.
Everything. It just spin off the press.
Wow. This
Taken off the
is
press.
amazing.
And then they can also, they're going to get a...
Anybody ever tell you everything you do is like a class act?
Thank you.
You're going to leave us one of these, aren't
Yes, I
you?
will.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Then also, every quarter, they're going to get our new health and wellness newsletter, which is very important. Then, while they're on there, Sharron, they can sign up, give us their email address, and they'll get our e-newsletter. And
Oh, that'd
every
be
2
great.
weeks, Deandra writes what's new and what's coming and answers questions. It's amazing.
Yeah,
So we're
because I
giving you
was really ignorant
information.
of what's new out there.
Yeah.
Really, I've never heard of this stuff before.
Yeah, that's true. It's state of the art. I mean, it's
Yeah.
cutting edge. So
You really fascinated me with this, though. Can you go over once again what you've got in here? Because, you know, I'm a real health
Stickler.
nut.
Okay, so the main things, I'm going to do this from memory too. So
Wonderful.
the main thing is the acai, which is from Brazil, and that's the things that's going to help with your digestion. It helps with free radical damage. It helps with lowering cholesterol levels. Inflammation is a huge thing. Plus, it gives you great energy and stamina.
Cardiovascular, too.
Cardiovascular health. Then we have the goji berries. We talked about the goji berries. I used to make them in my kitchen to put in my drink.
they're
And
from
goji
Europe,
berries-
aren't they?
Goji berries are from Southeastern Europe and Asia. Yeah, you know, if you look at, I told you I used to buy them at my little Asian market, and one of the acupuncturists told me about them for inflammation. I took them before. So goji berries are really good. They're also called wolf berries, and they help you increase stamina and energy as well.
I don't know how you find
And-
all this stuff out.
Well, it's just a lot of
hours
studying.
in labs.
Yeah.
And we're benefiting from what you've done.
Well, thank you.
Wow.
I'm benefiting too. Pomegranate. We know pomegranate because there's been
Right.
so many products on the market with pomegranates. the
Coffee
high
berry, which
antioxidant
they
load.
don't know about.
Coffee berry is great for heart disease, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, lowering
Gout.
cholesterol levels, gout. Cherry concentrate. That's one of my favorite things because it really helps with stress, relaxation, and sleep. And it also is help for stroke and aging. We have grape concentrate. Everybody in the knows grapes, resveratrol, the grape skins, all that's so great to fight free radicals and to give higher antioxidant levels in the body. Then we have the cranberries. We all know that cranberries are great for
Yes.
urinary tract infections. Bilberries for vision. That's one of the best things you can do for your vision is to take bilberries. Wild blueberries. We know that blueberries have a high ORAC level. Raspberries, we talked about ellagic acid and mutation of genes. Gene mutation is one of the precursors to cancer. So if we can prevent that from happening and keep our cells healthy and our genes healthy, then that's really important, especially if you've had cancer in your family like me. Prunes, great for digestion. Apples, green tea, strawberries, all of these things together work synergistically. Apples, you know, really, we knew about eating apple a day,
Yes.
but now they're really proving that that's true for your digestion and your bowel. It's really good to have that fiber.
Now, can anybody take this if they're on medication?
Doesn't matter.
It's
Anyone
Yes.
can take it. One thing I was going to take is we've been testing this in our office for about 6 months because I like to do a 6 months testing. Is that all the girls in our office lost weight also? And Dinner said. She said, Mom, it's because of the green tea. We've used the most sophisticated form of green tea extract there is. So it's also is a weight loss too. You can take our new weight loss that we talked about when we were here before. We can do the weight loss along with this, and you've got a double whammy at
My
losing
goodness.
weight, I'll tell you. So that's really an extra bonus.
Dave, let's show on the screen once again the entire package, and we want to talk about that. And there's the entire package. That even has your book.
That's
Okay,
right.
so you're saying that they get a bottle of this.
Yes, they do.
Along with
The Green Miracle, kind of the Green
which
Miracle.
is your favorite.
My very favorite product. It was the first product I had because I'm convinced that Green Miracle really changed my life by saving my life. And then it's got the wonderful aloe papaya drink that everyone loves. And then we've got the minerals. So we have the whole package. That's really like an immune health pack with one bottle, of course, of the ORAC drink. So that is a great way. Most people buy that, then they turn around and they go ahead and they get the 3-pack because it's such a big savings for them to do this.
Now the 3-pack right there, that would be.
They're going to save $25 because they're
my.
saving $15
Okay.
on the 3 products, and then these are very heavy. I don't know if you noticed or not.
Yes.
So
I
you're
was
gonna
just
save-
thinking about shipping on this.
Shipping.
Maybe.
Well, you're
Yeah.
going to save. That's what I'm saying. So you're going to be saving. You're saving $25 by buying that 3-pack. And you're going to take it every day anyway.
Absolutely.
So why not have 4 bottles of it? This is one of the best ways in the world to keep your immune system strong and healthy. Make sure you're getting all the ORAC value that you can get in the daytime. You know, we've never really figured how much they would get if they got 6,000 out of here, Deandra, and then they got what would be out of the Green Miracle. You know, I never thought about that until just sitting here.
At least 2,500 because you're going to get your servings of fruits and vegetables. So you could be at 8,500 right now if I just do the math in my head.
So everyone watching, this is compatible with their system.
Everyone. Even if I had a child, I'll be honest with you.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
I was going to ask that.
Oh, absolutely.
Even a person is diabetic or?
Right.
Oh,
exactly.
because it's going to
because the stevia is going to help lower the blood glucose levels.
Absolutely, yeah. And with children, this would be wonderful. How many children do you know? I mean, why do you have to wait till little kids get sick to give them things? I've never understood that. You know, we make a product for children, and it's a multivitamin for kids with Green Miracle. We sell a ton of this. Kids that have ADD, ADHD. You know, get your children, hey, grandmothers or whatever.
$15.
It's $20, Dean, not $15. It's $20. But what I'm trying to say is it's such a wonderful product to help little kids. You know, they say, what age can they take it? If they have any teeth and they can chew, let them take it.
I love this too.
Yeah, the little shaker.
This shaker. And there it is on your screen right there with what you just talked about for children. And now they can actually put the Green Miracle.
You can put the Green Miracle, you can put the aloe, you can put the ORAC, you can put everything in there and just drink it down.
Just shake it up and drink it.
I mean, I like that in the afternoon.
So the convenience is just tremendous on this. So there it is again, folks. On your screen, call that number, take the website down. All the information you can get, put it down, okay? This is your opportunity to help yourself. And by the way, every time you purchase the product, it helps this ministry. Thank you so much for what you're doing for this ministry. Every time you see a program and you say, my goodness, that blessed me, that blessed my family, and we get mails from you, stuff like this, opportunities like this, and you're taking advantage of it, makes this ministry possible. So folks, it's a win-win opportunity for you that are watching. We trust these people. For years, they've been our buddies, our friends. 14 years ago, you began this whole thing. We were right here when she started it. And boy, it is absolutely mushroomed. And we are so blessed because you folks out there are taking advantage of it, and you understand that the research has been done. I was thinking when you were talking all of the things that you have tried, and she's, you know, put them in water and pureed them and all the kind of stuff you do, and now they can just benefit from everything you've tried and has worked.
And have to go to a specialty store to get everything before all this was made.
And this has more in it than anything you talked about. It's just amazing. So this is your opportunity, folks. Call that number on your screen right now. Don't put it off. Don't you dare procrastinate. We do that so often. Don't do it today. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Closed captioning provided in part by St. Luke's Cataract and Laser Institute.